All right, so it's time for our guest anchor. Shortly, he's going to be reading the news. I wonder if he's going to have an accent and all that. All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, why the name FatBoy? I mean,
Well,
FatBoy, why?
where I used to work before I
Yeah.
started FatBoy, I mean, guys used to call me FatBoy.
Okay.
And I just found it funny, so I just picked up the name and I responded
Do you mind
to it.
moving the snapback so that, I mean, people want to
Sure.
see?
Sure.
Yeah?
Actually, I want you to have this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. It's nice Friday briefing. We get gifts sometime. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for this. All right.
So, I mean, guys used to call me FatBoy, and I just went with it. When the time came to start my company, I called it FatBoy. I
Okay.
mean, first of all, it's a name that guys will remember.
All right.
Because for first time
Definitely.
you
I
hear
mean,
it,
FatBoy.
yeah, I mean, it's funny and it's not easy to forget.
All right. So do you have to be a comedian, like a funny guy, to be able to pull such ads as Fiber? There's, of course, Mbogwa. Do you have to be a funny guy?
I think so. I think you have to be a funny guy.
Okay.
You don't have to be
crack
able
a joke
to,
right now.
I mean, you don't have to be able to perform it. I can't crack them. I sit down and I think about these jokes for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm more of a very, very quiet comedian.
Okay.
Yeah. So I express my jokes through the animations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to us about how you started. Did you see a gap in the market? Because the time that the ads came, first of all, it took quite a lot of time before people really understood, okay, so what's the gist of, this? But finally, when people finally got it, it became like a revolution. So what is it that inspired you to start this animation business?
I mean, my desire at most was to really make cartoons. Okay. I wasn't really thinking about starting a business.
Okay.
I was happy just creating these animations and making something like that people will be interested in.
Right.
Eventually, I guess the business just followed it, and guys who saw that this is something that will be of benefit to them started giving me jobs to do and create some stuff for them.
Right.
Now that's how we came up with the Fiber. Once we came up with the Fiber, and then that's how we set up now the whole company and everything.
And how long does it take before you have such an advert out? Creating the animations, maybe you can take us through that process.
It depends. It can take between 3 to 4 weeks. There's some which will just take even a week. 3 to 4
weeks.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy as just coming up with a character and then.
It's not. It's not that easy. It's quite complicated, and there's a lot of technical things that go into it. Many guys think like we'll just sit down and draw these characters and stuff, but there's a lot of computer stuff we have to do and to come up with just the character alone, even before animating and stuff. So the whole process starts from we get a script, and once you have a script, there's a brainstorming which we have to go through, which is also very difficult and tiring.
Okay.
Because we have to come up with a very nice idea. Once we come up with that, then we go into building now characters and stuff, and we'll build them in the software. And there's a process called rigging where we create a skeleton for the character as well, and controls for it. We create a skeleton for the face, and then we do texturing on the character. I mean, that's
so
a long process.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And then the other thing I read about you is that sometimes you actually stay for 19 hours at work, when you're working on a project. Talk to us about that. I mean, it's so intense. I mean, you'd expect that because you're creating this really funny characters and this hilarious, stories, it would really be an easy process. But I was reading that you actually stay at work for up to 19 hours.
Yeah. I mean, there are days I don't go home, but
the days you even don't go home entirely.
I just don't go home. I mean, I'll just get to work in the morning.
Okay.
And by the time I'm done, I realize it's morning again. And the reason is I enjoy what I do.
Okay.
I believe not just for animation, in any field, as long as you're in the right field, it's something you enjoy. You won't get tired of doing it. You'll just realize time has passed by, and it's morning again.
And then also talking about what you love doing, does your job pay well? Because that also, you don't have to go into the figures, but I mean, is it worth it? I mean, for somebody who's looking to, to come into this kind of industry, is it worth it?
Okay,
in
Yeah.
monetary terms?
In terms of money, it's worth it. It's worth it. I can say there's a huge market, and I alone can't even satisfy that market. I
Okay.
can't even get satisfy even 10% of it. So there's a huge market in terms of earning a living from it. It's very possible.
Okay.
Guys who are looking to come into it just have to be like committed, and I'm hoping someone will do something better than what I've done.
All right.
Because you can't come and just do something mediocre and expect to make money from it. So I'm hoping guys who are coming up will do much better than I've done.
Okay.
And that also helps the industry grow.
All right.
There's a lot of money to be made in this industry.
There's a lot of money. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. One of the questions that I've seen quite a number of people asking, and I'm sure it's young people probably who want to, get into what you're doing, is first of all, what is that course that you go to, university or college to learn? And then also, I also want you to talk about you moving from civil engineering to that. I mean, was it something that you always wanted to do, but I mean, there were forces, like parents, who wanted you to be something different? Or why did you take this first course and then end up in cartoons or animations?
Okay. Well, I can't blame it entirely on my parents. I mean, it's
Do they have a hand,
it's
though?
me as well. I mean, because
Okay.
they're kind of supportive as well. They're just scared. All they wanted to know is that, this guy will be able to make something and make a living out of what he's doing. So I was also confused because I was like, okay, now if I do animation, will I be able to make a living out of it? Okay, maybe let me just do engineering,
Right.
and maybe I'll do animation on the side.
Right.
And if it backfires, I can fall back to engineering.
Yes.
And it's a misconception that we've grown up being taught. And the thing is, I look at it till today, and I look at Africa, and I always ask myself, why is it that, I mean, now it's beginning to happen, but why is it that we don't get like a 4-year-old who's made a software which has been bought by Yahoo or Google
Yes.
for millions and millions of dollars?
Yes.
Why are we not getting these extraordinary kids out of Africa who've done something so spectacular? That's not the conventional lawyer, doctor, engineer and stuff. It's because we've been brought up. We've been brought up knowing you can only be a lawyer, doctor, engineer. That's the only way you'll make it.
Yes. Even sometimes journalist doesn't even make the list.
Even, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something I really thought about, and but I think eventually I was studying in civil engineering, and it was very stressful. I mean, it was depressing because first of all, it's not something I enjoy.
Okay, it's not something you enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, and that classmates would come in and they won't study, they won't do anything, but they'll pass because it's something they enjoy. To them, it comes naturally, and I'm there struggling and stuff. So I thought, what is it that I do that comes naturally for me? Yeah,
all right.
I don't have to struggle. I don't have to work hard.
And that's
I work hard.
fulfilling. I mean, you work hard, but I mean, you enjoy working hard.
Yeah, but then I don't realize that I'm working that hard.
All right, finally, talk to us about what next. I mean, in the States we see, great movies, great animation movies. If it's Cars, if it's, whichever. Are we likely to see Kenya get into that sphere of having animated movies, not just 30 seconds or 1 minute ads?
Definitely. It's going to happen. In fact, I think in my lifetime it will happen.
Okay.
Maybe before I grow old and pass on, we should have like 4 or 5 of them at least.
Oh, really?
And and the guys who come up after me, I know they'll be able to pick up and make even better stuff. So where we're heading, and it looks impossible. The same way mobile phones looked impossible years ago, but it might look impossible now, but it's possible, and we're heading there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Thank you so much, Michael. All right, so now I'm sure you can make cartoons. Let's see if you can read the news. Come on, join me here on the hot seat. It's red for a reason. So, okay, there you go.